I've been in this business for, I don't know, 40 years, I guess. I started early on, and I worked my way up to the networks. I worked for CBS News in New York, and 60 Minutes in the 70s, and NBC in LA out here, and I've done everything. I was a cameraman, and you name it, I've done the job except makeup and hair. I went over from Warsaw. Our film had premiered at Warsaw at a film festival, and I decided I'd take a train over to Kiev and see my friends, and I got off the train in the middle of the revolution, so the beginning of it. As one of my friends is Andrei Shevchenko, who is a member of parliament, and he desperately wanted to create an open democracy in his country. He was working toward that. So when this started, he and his friends took me down to the Maidan and said, "Let me show you why we're here." And one of the people I met was this young woman, Yulia. And I've just never met anybody quite so angelic in her desire to help her people and help her country. Sometime over dinner one night, the conversation came up about how to spread this to the rest of the world, this Ukrainian protest. They weren't calling it a revolution. You've got to do it in English. And they learned that in Egypt, where they put all their signs in English. And so I said, look, if you want to reach the rest of the world, you've got to do it in English. And I pointed to her and said, you've got this beautiful spirit about you and this beautiful way of communicating. If you ever feel like it, we'll put something on video and throw it up on the internet or something. And sometime in January, we were still communicating, and she said, I've been thinking about what you said, and I would do it. I will do it. And I said, well, don't go out in the middle of everything and get yourself in trouble. Just stand off to the side someplace. Of course, that's not what she's like. She got a cameraman, and went out in the middle of it, right where they were burning the tires, and stood and did this beautiful piece. It was 20 below zero Celsius, or 25. First of all, you can see the breath coming. She said I was freezing to death, but that's who she is. She is so intensely in love with her country. And I just cut some pictures in and threw it up on the internet. And shock, now we're almost at 7 million views. This is the very first thing in my life that I've ever done, I think, that I haven't been paid for, that I just simply did out of my heart. I was so moved by what they were doing over there. And how much would somebody pay me to do this? Nothing. It's 2 minutes, I didn't even shoot her. She filmed herself. And sent it to me, and all I did was sit down for 2-3 hours and pick out some video and a little music and put it together.